What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fragrance Attorney. Thanks for spending some time with me. Today we're going to be talking about cologne fragrances. Part of this channel is smelling great without having to spend exorbitant amounts of money on these really expensive fragrances that can be somewhere of $300 plus sometimes. Going to save you a lot of money while not sacrificing too much in terms of quality with these awesome cologne recommendations. A great way to jump into some of these more expensive scent profiles and maybe see if they're for you. Let's get started here with Maison Alhambra. This one is called Perseus, and this is a clone of Parfums de Marly Pegasus. This is a vanilla type fragrance with a nice creaminess to it. It's got a bitter almond note, so if you're a fan of almond, if you're a fan of vanilla fragrances, this is going to be a great one that is quite unique. Nothing really smells like Pegasus, besides obviously the clone of Pegasus. There's also Armaf Craze, which I'm not as big of a fan of. I think this one is just overall better in every way. The quality, the closeness to Pegasus, and the overall appeal of this bottle style and scent profile is going to exceed Armaf Craze. So if you're looking for a Pegasus clone, this is the one that I'd point you in the direction of. This one is a great performer, fantastic longevity, really appealing scent profile, and quite overwhelming. I would say be careful with the sprays on this one. You can definitely overdo it. This is a 2 to 3 spray fragrance for me, and it just lasts and projects like crazy. It might overwhelm you because it's so strong. Very impressive for the quality and the scent profile that you get here. For under $40 from Maison Alhambra, this is called Perseus, a clone of Parfums de Marly Pegasus. The next one up that we have is from the house of Fragrance World. Having a hard time speaking today. Fragrance World. This is called Imperium. This is a clone of Elysium by Roche Parfums, and it's got a very nice grapefruit airiness to it. It's got a little bit of vetiver in there as well. It's a very classy, fresh fragrance, has ambroxan. It's in that modern scent profile. Airy, ozonic, very appealing type of a fragrance, great for daytime use and ultra versatile. There is a bit of a thickness here, a bit of a richness that you don't get as much in Elysium. The metallic edge of Elysium is reined back here. This one does come across a little bit more woodsy, which I'm a fan of and I'm not going to argue with. I'm happy to have a more woody based approach to that fragrance. And this one exceeds Hugo Reverse, which is often compared to Elysium a lot of the time. I enjoy the presentation of this one as well. I just got this and I already have a fingerprint on it. Wipe that off real quick. Beautiful gradient blue bottle, nice scent profile that works in pretty much every single situation, and it's going to save you a lot of money compared to Elysium for like a tenth of the price. So, and also these bottles that are straight up just copying the more expensive fragrances, they're kind of getting in trouble. So this may be another case where this may not be around for a long time. I haven't heard anything, and that's pure speculation, but the trend has been lately that these niche houses are coming after these clones that are just straight up copying their bottle and everything about them, kind of like this one does. So haven't heard anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if these stop getting made at some point in the near future. Next one up here we have is from the House of Guess. This is 1981 Los Angeles, and this smells like Versace Eros. So if you're really on a budget, or maybe you're a younger guy who doesn't have a whole bunch of money to spend, or even an older gentleman who is very budget conscious when it comes to fragrances, and you don't have Eros, and you want to get at least something that smells like Eros, or you want to save your Eros and you want to use something a little bit on the cheaper side, check this one out. This one's great. It does come across a little bit darker than Eros. It has this root beer float vanilla mix. That's what it always reminds me of, a vanilla root beer float. So if that sounds appealing to you, this may be one that you want to check out. And overall, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I would just say save up your money a little bit and just get the real deal Eros. It's going to be better. It doesn't smell as cheap as this. This does kind of smell on the cheaper side, but if you are just more interested in saving money and you don't care as much about the quality of the scent, this is a good one to go with, and it's probably the best one from the House of Guess. I'm not a huge fan of Guess fragrances, and this is really the only one that I think is even really worth mentioning. So Guess 1981 Los Angeles gets you pretty close to Eros for less money. The next one up is probably one of my absolute favorite fragrances. especially for the summertime. Missoni Wave, guys. I've talked about this one a lot, and for good reason. Really nice magnetic cap here. Beautiful blue bottle gradient style presentation. Sporty, fresh, aquatic. Smells like Chanel Allure Homme Sport or Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, one of those two. That's what this is cloning. It's got the fresh, easygoing, mass appealing, versatile approach that those fragrances have. A little bit also similar to Versace Pour Homme, if you're familiar with that one. Less lemony though. This one comes across more aquatic and a little bit more dense and has better performance and staying power than all of them. So for less than $40 that you get this 3.3 ounce, at least that's what it was when I bought it. It's a stunning, stunning fragrance. Passes the smell test, passes the compliment test or whatever. I've definitely been given some love when I've been wearing this one, so can't recommend this one enough. Missoni Wave, a really great scent profile, perfect for summer, perfect for the heat as well. The next one up is going to be Millichem Imperial, a clone of it rather, by the house of Armaf. This is Club de Nuit Milestone. It's got a salty watermelon type of a smell to it. It is a little bit darker than Millichem Imperial. I feel like I'm saying that for a lot of these. They do come across a little bit thicker, a little bit more, I guess, woody than the originals do. This one harkens more so back to the original, the OG Millichem Imperial. Not so much the current formulation. The current formulation is a little bit airier. It's a little bit fresher, I think, but this one is more so the original in the fact that it performs better. It's got a deeper scent profile, a little bit more refined. Obviously, the quality is not going to be the same as Creed, so don't be thinking that you're getting Creed for a lot less money. You know, you're getting Armaf's take on Creed, and you're getting Armaf's imitation of Creed. So just know that going into any of these clone fragrances, don't expect them to be the same quality as the niche fragrance. You know, that would be an unreal expectation for spending way less money. You kind of get what you pay for in life, right? So, but these are all good options. They don't suck. Like, I wouldn't be telling you about them if I didn't think that they were worth buying for their current price. The next one up we have is Choo Man Ice. Smells like lemonade and smells similar to Dior Homme Cologne. And the atomizer on this one is fantastic. This is something that always stands out to me about this one. Just one of the best atomizers from an affordable fragrance standpoint. Very refreshing, smells great in the air, very uplifting, easygoing, lemonade type of a scent profile with Choo Man Ice. Next one up we have is from the house of Lattafa. This is Maahir Legacy. This is a clone of Parfums de Marly Sedley. Another Ambroxan blue fragrance, a little bit more of that barbershop style, but it's more of a modern barbershop. Nice lavender and woods there that has a great stain power. I get great performance out of this one. 5-6 hours, no problem. Got a compliment the very first day that I wore this one, and you get this big bottle for, I believe, in the mid $30 mark. So, and the quality here is great. It's really great. It's probably the closest to the Parfums de Marly as far as the quality level between clone and the real thing. This one is very, very close. So excellent liquid here, excellent smell, overall scent profile, very versatile. Also great for the summer use during the day and at night. It does have enough power to make it through the night as well. So this can be your everyday fragrance, and you're gonna be smelling great with Maahir Legacy. Next one up we have is from the house of Banana Republic. This is Black Walnut Legend. Let's see if you guys can see that. Can't really tell, but it says Black Walnut Legend here. And this is a clone of Creed Aventus. Lately, I've been featuring this one more so than Hollister Canyon Escape or Mont Blanc Explorer, because I really like the way that the smokiness comes across here. I think they really nailed that Creed smokiness that you get in Aventus. They really got it down here. And Banana Republic is just one house that continues to impress me time and time again. The quality of the juice that you get for the price that you pay is a great value. It's really great value. So if you see this one out at the rack stores and you don't have an Aventus clone, you don't have Club de Nuit Intense Man or Mont Blanc Explorer or Hollister Canyon Escape, or the list goes on. There's so many Aventus clones out there, but if you don't already have one, Black Walnut Legend is a great one. I think it's my currently favorite one that I own. Two more on this list. There's a lot of Lattafas here because, they're a clone house. This is Latava Assad. It's going to be close to Dior Sauvage Elixir. A little bit more of a vanilla take here than Sauvage Elixir, and not quite the same quality as the Dior, but you know, that's to be expected. But this one is a beast, guys. This is another one that's just like 2 or 3 sprays max for me on this one. Really projects like hell, just lasts all day. It's a room filler, so be careful with this one. But if you want a great fragrance for the outdoors, something that's gonna work outside, something that is gonna definitely be smelled, you know, you're not gonna be questioning whether or not this is gonna be smelled. It's gonna be smelled. This is a strong, strong fragrance, guys. If you can't smell it, you're going nose blind to it, because it can overpower you. It has a little bit of that throwback style to the 80s style fragrances, a little bit of like that barbershop vibe, and mixed in with, you know, the Dior, Sauvage, modern Ambroxan, blue, black pepper type of a smell as well. So a nice melding of worlds here, really generational. Like an older gentleman can wear this as well as a younger gentleman. So it's a great appeal for a wide variety of men to wear this one. Lattafa Asad, that's another really good one. Our last one on this list is going to be Porto Neroli, and you can probably figure out what this is cloning. This is cloning Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. Now I know for a fact that these bottles are getting discontinued and they're going to stop making them because they did get sued by Tom Ford for, again, basically just replicating the bottle one-to-one, you know, not really changing much at all. So sadly, these are going away. Not putting any pressure on you to tell you to get anything or anything like that. I'm not sponsored by them, just sharing that information in case you were thinking about getting it, and just know that you may not be able to in the future. This one has a nice clean woods, clean neroli smell to it. A little bit of lemon mixed with soapiness. It did smell a little bit like lemon dish soap to me initially, and then it dried down and more of the neroli, the clean woods came out, and I enjoyed it more so. For some reason, this one reminds me of a bowl of Fruit Loops. Not sure why, but that's just something that comes to mind. But overall, it's a great fragrance. It is really meant for daytime use, and it's a unique one. You'll definitely stand out. Not too many people rocking neroli-based fragrances. So if you're looking to dive into neroli, this is a great place to start with Porto Neroli from Maison Alhambra. That's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be coming at you with some more videos. Let me know what your current favorite cologne is in your collection. I'd love to hear about it. I always love chatting with you guys and hearing what you guys are wearing. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.